before this one, but I'm telling you, correct one, gong. She has no other child except this new baby she just had. Congratulations to her once again. So, there is this story going round, and I heard this voice note, and I said, let me come and talk to our people and enlighten ourselves on what it takes to go for surrogacy, what it takes to go for it, and why we should never, ever in life condemn anybody going for it. We all have one reason or the other to go for certain things, especially when it comes to conceiving a child. I heard this voice notes. Apart from this voice notes, when Dayo had the baby, I think it's almost 2 weeks now, people have been coming out, shading her. I've heard so many shows, people talking about her, that, who is the father of this baby? Tani Baba baby gongolate ngbotele. And, when I heard it, I just shoved it off like, there's nothing about it, We know most of the celebrities, they don't want to show you who the father of their babies are. What's this girl's name? Tayo is what's her name, please? If you remember Tayo, if you know Tayo Shobola, Tayo, they call her Lady Gaga. She's a Yoruba actress too. She has a baby too. We don't know the father of the baby. She has been carrying her baby up and down. And we know she said she got married. People said she got married to an Hausa king. But we don't even know who the Hausa king is. And people have been always asking her, who is this husband of this lady and all that. She has a child of recent, and there's no so much noise about this. But I'll tell you why Dayo's own is like this. Dayo herself, she's a celebrity that I would say she's everywhere too, like most of them. And she's had so many controversies in the past of husband snatching, this and all those stories that goes with celebrities. Please help me to power tap. Thank you so much. All my TikTokers, thank you for coming. I missed you all too. Thank you so much. Please help me to just power tap. So, Dayo Amusa now, this gist, they have been carrying the rumor that, she has a baby for Alhaji Wasiu Ayinde. I remember when I posted the video when she had the baby first, and I congratulated her. I even said it on my thing. I said, Daddy me, Ayinde will be the father of the day. And people went on that post to say, Ayinde is the father. This. No. I didn't mean that. Thank you so much, my gifters. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate you, ma. So, it was like, no, so Ayinde is the father of the baby, and they started saying all sort of rubbish. We know she has dated Wasiu Ayinde before. Yes, there's no doubt about it. And I'm sure she's not somebody that will tell you lies. I know I'm one of those that have even, shaded her once, when Alhaji was in a party and she was dancing, and I was like, and all those stuff, one of the ladies in Alhaji Ayinde's life, as at that time, they will say Dayo Amusa was one of those ladies. I'm sure she's not hiding
and fight each other. Next tomorrow, some people,
she's not hiding it from the whole world. But having this baby, everyone has looked up to this. Like I told you, the day she was doing a show and somebody attacked her and called her a barren, that day I came out, I talked about it, and I said, no woman should be called a barren. Nobody prays to be in that situation. If you have been in that situation as a woman, you will know what it takes for somebody to confront you. Is it the ridicules you get at home from your in-laws, from families? People will call you names and all those. So there is no way, even you being in church, you will be like, you'll be isolated one way or the other. Not to talk of her being a celebrity. And that you're like, she's about 49 or so. I think she's about 49 now. If I'm not, wrong, I think she should be in her, late 40s. So for her, and no matter what, being a celebrity doesn't mean that, you don't have emotions. She's got her own emotions. She's got her own life. She's got family. She's got a mother who will be worried to see people attacking her online. Oh, somebody said she's 41. Don't laugh, lie or don't you? Okay, yeah, thank you, man. They said she's 41. Are you sure? She's not more than 41. Are you sure? I think Dayo is more than that too. She should be more than 41. I'm 100% sure she's more than 41. So I'm sure she's more than 41, honestly. Buki Adeofope, you're welcome, ma. So I know that people, started talking about her, and the way we are in Nigeria, womb watchers. We are all womb watchers. Everybody, you want to say, she's been married. Yeah, she's more than that. You're right, Tony Sola. She's been married for a long time. Even for people that are really married, people are always looking at their stomach. Not even minding if the man, is the one at fault that has problem with fertility. But when it comes to women in Nigeria, people are always, on them. So let's listen to this voice notes and then I will talk. I'm sure people have seen it. It's gone round and so many people okay.
Ẹni tí ó bí ọmọ ọkọ ẹ̀ mú ẹni tí ó ṣe tó gbé oyún yẹn because ìgbà tí wọ́n gba ọ̀tọ̀ ọkọ ẹ̀ ní Amẹ́ríkà tí wọ́n ṣe surrogate ẹni tí wọ́n gbé kinní yẹn sí nínú ẹni yẹn wà ní Nàìjíríà ìgbà tẹ́ni yẹn bímọ ní Nàìjíríà ló ṣẹ̀ wá sí Nàìjíríà tó wá gba ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn ok èèyàn bímọ l'Amẹ́ríkà ó gbọ́dọ̀ fún ní kó tó gba ìwé kó tó máa wo proper care dáadáa ó máa tó bí 1 week 2 weeks kò lè sáré wá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn rárá kó tó gba license kó tó gba gbogbo nǹkan pé òun fẹ́ gbọmọ wálé kò bọ́ sí pé kò máa ń sáré wálé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so òun wálé wá pàdé ẹni tó gbé ọmọ yẹn ẹni tó gbé oyún yẹn ẹni tó gbé wà ní Nàìjíríà lòun sáré wálé wá pàdé ẹni tó gbé oyún yẹn fún bàbá ọmọ pàápàá gan lára sẹ òun ò sí ní Nàìjíríà kò ṣe kó mọ ọ̀dọ̀ ìyá Dayo Amusa ní Texas ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti ṣe ìkómọ bàbá ọmọ lọ ṣe ìkómọ tiẹ̀ níbẹ̀ ṣé ti yé yín nísìnyí fáàtì ní gbogbo tí mò ń fún yín yìí mo yẹn ń gbọ́ fáàtì yẹn lèmi náà sẹ́ndì sí yín báyìí kẹ́ máa grab it.
Number one, for my non-Yoruba speakers or, watchers, listen, what this woman, I think she called into a show, it's a TikTok show, she called into a show to talk about Dayo Amusa. And the way she was saying it was like, I'm giving you first-hand information. You know the way we do Amebo? Like on this, my platform, I do Amebo. But my own Amebo is for us to learn 1 or 2 things about life. So this particular one called into one of those shows and was telling the host, or she sent the voice notes to the host about Dayo Amusa, the actress, that has been looking for the fruit of the womb for years. Do you understand? For years. Like I said, she is not in her prime. She is in her late 40s. I'm 100% sure. For somebody at, let's even say she's 45, to have a child now, and somebody is trying to bring her down by saying, that child she has, that is what she's saying, that it is not her baby, that somebody carried the baby for her. Please help me to power tap. We are almost 100 on TikTok. Please help me to power tap. Please, so that they don't bring us down. It's going to be inactive if you are not doing it. So she's saying, didn't I tell you that it's surrogacy? So that means she has called earlier on or told the woman or the host about it that baby is not Dayo's baby. That is surrogacy. First and foremost, this auntie that called in, you made it look as if you've got something important to tell us about something that is, that Eti has no body. Number one, surrogacy, like most of us, if we don't know, for us, that we need to educate ourselves. It's a way of having a child through a third party. Through a third party. This is a way when a woman cannot conceive naturally. We have IVF. I've always told you guys, if you are having issues having babies on time, please Do not wait for anybody to preach rubbish to you. I remember when she had the baby, it was during that time that Ayola, one of the actresses, spoke about IVF, surrogacy, and all. And people said Ayola was, mocking her. She wasn't. It was just a coincidence at that time. So, my people, this is a way of having a child through a third party. Another woman will help you to carry the baby. They will inseminate the sperm and egg into the carrier. That is the surrogate mother. This is just a way of helping those that cannot conceive naturally. I've seen people being married for 20 years, 15 years, 30 years, and they will be saying, we'll wait on God. Like what Ayola was trying to preach to people is stop telling lies about surrogacy. If you add your child through IVF or surrogacy, do not hide it. I know of women that comes out. Okay, look at Abiola, what's her name? Abiola Adebayo. She's an actress, a Yoruba actress. She came out live and direct and said, I had surrogacy. I cannot conceive. So I decided, we don't even know her own story. She decided to go for it. And she did not hide it. She came to the whole world to show us the beautiful, the handsome boy. Very lovely boy. It's the joy of every mother to have somebody to carry as your own child. People will wait for years. And like Ayola was trying to say, stop deceiving people. You will have a child through IVF and you go to church and your pastor will tell you, come and praise the Lord. Come and tell us what the Lord has done. Yes, it's God that has done it. It's God that has done it. Because so many, even IVF do fail. I've seen a lot of people, that have done it and they failed on it. First attempt, second attempt. Please help me to power tap. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt. People it does fail at times. But let me tell you, keep trying if you've got the money. IVF is not something that is killing. They will go to church and make you believe that, they add it naturally. Thank God, hey, after 20 years, God has done it. No, you need prayers, of course, for God to say amen to your efforts that you are making. But stop telling lies about it. Come out and let people know. For those that are looking forward to it, so that they don't believe in, let me go and stay in church and be fasting. Prayer and fasting. They will keep praying and praying. 5 years after marriage, 10 years after marriage, 15 years after marriage. Before you know it, time is off. And that is why you are seeing mothers, some women now, 60 years, saying they had their own child now. It's all IVF. It's no big deal. It's something you cannot do naturally. They will do it medically. So why are we deceiving ourselves? That was what Ayola was saying. But for Dayo Amusa's own, I would say I do not know if it is surrogacy or IVF or natural births or whatsoever. But my concern about this particular woman that came online to make it look as if she has done something bad and makes you're trying to shame her. You understand that, bimo naturally, bimo. You have not had your child the way every woman should have their child. This is uncalled for. It's very sad that at this age and time, people are still condemning surrogacy, IVF. I have said it. If you're finding it difficult to have a child, do IVF. If you cannot do it, don't say after 5 years in marriage, don't go and start praying and fasting. No, that means you've got a problem. If you've done your tests and they've told you your husband has no sperm whatsoever, or your fertility is bad, go and do IVF on time. If you know you cannot carry it yourself, get a surrogate mother to help you carry it. I've got a friend, it's after, I think she was about 49 too, before she had her first child. And when I saw her, it was a very long time I saw her last. And we met at a party. I saw her with a child. She came, she said, so I was just, because normally when you know people that have been going through hell, having a child, you don't know what God has done for you. As a mother, that you are just, you are just like a pig. Before a man touches you, you are pregnant. Before they touch you, you are pregnant. You don't know what God has done. A lot of women have even done this IVF and they failed on it. So many women are going through it. And so this lady, it's been a long time I saw her. I knew she was looking for the fruit of the womb. We went to the same poly together, Lagos State Poly, when I first went to Lagos State Poly. So we studied there together. So it's been a very long time I saw her. And when we met again after years, I was married, she was married, and we met again in Ireland, and she came to see her sister, and I was saying, how far, normally you ask people, how are you, how are the kids, your husband, Nigerians, that's the way we greet ourselves. So our mom called her, I asked her, she said, me, my tea bimo. Meanwhile, I was like, so she said she hasn't a child yet. And she's been married for like 15 years. As at that time when we met. And I was like, Kilowati, she said she has done IVF. She has tried that. She's no more trying. So she laughed it off. And I knew, naturally as a woman, I know how she was feeling. Because she saw my own kids. She came to my house. We played together. Naturally, there is no way you will not think about it as a woman. But why am I going through this? So after years again, we met at a party, just like that. And I saw her with a child. And I was like, baby, I didn't want to ask her, is this your child? So that I don't embarrass her. And she just told me, she said, that's my daughter. I had this girl through surrogacy. And I was like, what? That was the first time I would hear somebody telling me live and direct that this child was not the one that carried the baby. She said, when I tried IVF, it didn't work. So I just went straight for that. And the baby, now, the girl should be about 15 or 16, if not more than that now. If she had waited and said, no, I'm not doing surrogacy, she would still be here. Over 50. I'm a 60 kosomo. All your friends, they have their own children, they call children. So for this particular lady that called in, you are misleading Nigerians. We are easily cajoled to believe anything. What's this other lady's name in the English theater world? What's her name that had her own show? Edo had her own true surrogacy too. That one too did not hide. Some women will even decide that they don't want to spoil their own body. Celebrity, Nimi, I don't want anybody. Or she might have problem conceiving herself. She might have fertility problem. She decided to do surrogacy. And herself too, she came out. And let me tell you one thing about surrogacy. If it is not your own, if your egg is not even good, you can always go to egg donors, sperm donors. Life is no more the way it used to be. Life now shouldn't be too hard for you. Once you have your money, do not wait for anybody to deceive you. It's your joy. I can see the joy in Dayo Amusa's life now. She talks about the child every minute. Just like Ebiola talked about that boy. You saw Fatima, you're welcome, ma. You saw the way she was talking about when she had the baby, the naming, and everybody came around her. You people even went that far by showing her tummy, that the tummy looks big, but it's a lie or whatsoever. If you have been in her shoes, you will not mock her. Come on, Nigerians. Come on, mothers, especially we women. We are fond of this. Anybody that has a child, you want to know how they conceive, how they have the child. That child is not theirs. They went to have a baby through this, through that. People that are asking Dayo Amusa, apart from this particular one that I heard, they said, who is the father of the baby? Like I told you, I don't know if it is my daddy, Wasiu Ayinde, that gave her the sperm to use. That's if it is true surrogacy or true IVF. Whichever way, she woman be a daily bobby to Tigbonyiwa. Thank God that Dayo Amusa has answered. The joy in her life is more than the question you are asking her now. This is not time for you to ask her such foolish, silly question. She can decide to go and buy sperm. For Iniedo, we don't know if she bought the sperm. If it is even her own egg, we don't know. When you look at Biola's son, that boy looks exactly like Biola's husband. Carbon copy of that man. So you will know it's the man's sperm. Whether it's Biola's egg, I don't know. But that boy looks so much like his father. Moreover, let me tell you, even if it's IVF surrogacy, legally, the child belongs to the mother. It's just a contract between you and the surrogate mother. You pay such person to carry the baby for you. That child does not belong to the surrogate mother. Nothing has been used in her body. Nothing, except that she carried the baby in her tummy. The sperm, the egg were implanted into the surrogate mother's body. So she has no attachment with that child at all. And anybody can be a surrogate mother. I can decide to do a surrogate mother for my friend if I can still carry a baby. I don't have any attachment with that child. And mostly, they don't know the person. It is not easy, others. But let us get the right thing. Let us be sincere with ourselves. Not everybody will have their own child. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Dayo Amusa has done nothing wrong, even if she bought the sperm. Even if she bought the sperm, that child is a child. And moreover, this is just you believing in your own story. I am just using Dayo's own as an example today to talk to you. The person is just a carrier, as is not genetically linked to it. Yes, so surrogate mother. As a surrogate mother, she doesn't have any attachments with the child. Nothing at all. So, my people, let us stop deceiving ourselves. Once you have a problem in your marriage, early in your marriage, please, most of us watching this now are mostly older women and men. Please, if you have a daughter or a son and they're having fertility issues, do not deceive them by saying prayer and fasting alone. After 5 years, if you can wait after 5 years, let them take it now. Take it with their hands and go and do the right thing. That child is still your child. is your own egg. It's just that you cannot carry it naturally. Some of you that you have IVF, you can still be deceiving people by saying Oluwa lo se. Meanwhile, it's IVF. What is the big deal there? Even you as a mother that you carried the child yourself, you have done IVF, they know that your eggs cannot, produce. You have gotten another egg, your husband's sperm has been used on you, and you're still ashamed to tell the whole world that is IVF. What the hell? Why are we deceiving ourselves? With IVF, you need prayers. So it's only God that will say amen to it. So if Dayo Amusa has gone to do IVF or she has done surrogacy, she has used a surrogate mother, let us thank God for her. At least, oku legbe agon. You will not be referred to as a barren woman. Because there's no two names for a barren woman. A barren woman is a barren woman. It's in the Bible. It said that barren woman. So for somebody to be barren for years, and we have seen her being mocked about it. So is that person that you, this woman, I don't know who you are, but madam,
ẹni tí ó bí ọmọ ọkọ ẹ̀ mú ẹni tí ó ṣe tó gbé orí yẹn because ìgbà tí wọ́n gba ọ̀tọ̀ ọkọ ẹ̀ ní Amẹ́ríkà tí wọ́n ṣe surrogate ẹni tí wọ́n gbé kinní yẹn sí nínú ẹni yẹn wà ní Nàìjíríà ìgbà tẹ́ni yẹn bímọ ní Nàìjíríà ló ṣẹ̀ wá sí Nàìjíríà tó wá gba ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn ok èèyàn tó wọn l'Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fún ní kó tó gba ìwé kó tó máa wò property ẹ̀ dáadáa.
See this woman, she even went as far as telling us that Dayo Amusa has lied because she said she has a baby in America. How come? Mr. Ade said, I was planning to have IVF for my wife too, but she got pregnant during the process, before the process. You see, that one is different. You took it upon yourself to say, no, let me try something. You cannot be saying it is only through God. It's only God that can even say amen to that prayer of IVF too. Thank God for improvement and advancements in medicine. Assisted facility is not a big deal anymore. Our people should learn to live by it. I've shared this experience before. I lived in Chevron Estate.